at some point in your career, more than likely, if you're in a discipline, particularly like journalism, you're going to need to have the tools and the passion to create your own job or create your own work. There's something inherently entrepreneurial about going back to school as a professional, because you really have to be your own coach, you have to be your own motivator. You have to find a way to find it within yourself to do the work, to do the degree and life and your career. So there's something inherently entrepreneurial about that, and that's something that we can all learn from and have more of in our lives. And I learned a great deal of that by working through the master's program at Alabama. Undergraduate in journalism, we learn the skills to actually do the work, but in graduate school, you're learning about how the work affects the people you're doing it for, and we should know more about that. We shouldn't be disconnected from that. As we move into new platforms, new media, things that we as journalists are trying to understand, like social media platforms, understanding media effects is more important than ever. And with a program like this, as it was for me, where it can be immediately applicable to your work, there's nothing more important than that, and understanding that audience and how the audience is affected by the work you do. One of the things I learned in the master's program at Alabama was how much I still wanted to be in the field. Not necessarily an academic, but to still keep a foot in meeting with sources and going out and shooting a story or working a story. But what I learned in the master's program informed all of that. I had a much deeper understanding of the kinds of stories I was writing, the kinds of photos I was shooting, how people who read that and watched that stuff consumed it, and it informs it every day. If anything, it's given me more of a passion to get out and work a story and understand not just the source of that story and the story that I'm telling, but how the story that I'm telling affects people. And without the master's program, without learning about that research angle of it, I would never have had that piece that's essential to good storytelling. So every day, the things that I did in the master's program here at Alabama are affecting and informing the work that I do and that my colleagues do.